Hello and welcome back to another n8n AI agent tutorial. And today we will be covering an AI agent that is integrated with your Telegram and can manage your calendar. Let's start this and create me an event for tomorrow 1 p.m. So this is my calendar, this is my AI agent interface, and this is the workflow. Because I haven't given it a name, it is asking me what should be the name. Let's say gym time, and it will create an event in the calendar right away. We can also update the events if we want. So let's say transfer this event to 2 p.m. So it will just, remove the previous entry and create a new record at 2 p.m. Yeah, cool. Also, you can ask questions like, what is my schedule for tomorrow? And it will look up, yeah, we have two entries for tomorrow, and that's what its answer should be. Yeah, here it is. So the goal of this tutorial is setting up this example agent and making you familiar with all the basic concepts of how to create a bot in Telegram, how to connect it with your n8n account, get different modalities. Like for example, it is not only taking text input, but if you supply an audio input as well, it will transcribe and work with it. And most importantly, how does an n8n AI agent work? How it is connected to a large language model to make decisions, how it can create different dynamic variables to be used in different tools, that it also decides autonomously when to use which tool and how to create the variables and pass through them while holding the conversation on the chat head, and finally responding back to the user. And if you get this right, you will be able to make any AI agent in n8n because I'll teach you the basics in a very simple language. So let's get started. Let me enlarge this. And the tool we will be using is just n8n and Google Calendar and Telegram. So just sign up at your n8n account and you can create a new workflow. The trigger should be a Telegram message. So let's say Telegram on message received. It needs to connect to a bot. So let me show you how to create a bot in Telegram. You need to open this bot father. I'll put the link to this bot father agent in the description of this video, along with the link for the free template where you can download this entire blueprint to get yourself up and running. So watch till the end so you know what to do with it. So we will come here and we will say that we want to create a new bot. So this is the notation. It is asking for the name. So let's say n8n YouTube tutorial, and it is asking for a bot name which should be unique. So let's say n8n Mohit Mrinal tutorial bot, and this is what we need, the HTTP API. Okay, so create a new credential. This will be the access token, save it, and it should work. So it's testing. So, yep, connected successfully. Once this is done, you don't need to do anything on this. If you want, you can test the step. Just click here, go here, and then this is the link to your bot. Just start it, say hi, and yeah, it is working. The second thing we want to do is to get the text, and first we need to create a switch. Switch is basically an if-else statement that helps us decide or basically detect if this is a text input or an audio input. So let's put it to test mode and say hello again. It should be here. So the very first switch that we want to put is if, let's put myself here, if there is a text Okay, if text which is of type string exist, then I output as text. And if there is an audio file, so how do we do that? Let's come back and ask it to test again, and this time I'll be providing a audio clip. Hello, hello. And we got the file here. Let's come back to the switch mode, and there is a voice file ID. So here, because this time this text is not available, so that's why it is coming out as red, but this time we have the file ID. So this is the whole purpose of creating this switch, that we can only go further with the process that is relevant. And it is again a string that exists, then we say it is a voice. Cool. In case it is a voice, what we want to do is we want to download the file. The voice messages are taken and considered as audio files. So we say get a file, file ID is okay, we want to execute previous nodes. Yeah, where is the file ID? We will take the file ID right from the first node itself. Cool. And we want to keep it as download. Let's test the step, and it is here. Now we want to use the OpenAI transcriber recording, and it will take this data. Cool. Can we test this? Yes, it is transcribed. And if you are using it for the first time, you also need to create an OpenAI account. It is very helpful. Like most of the times, whenever you want to create any LLM connection, you just select the OpenAI LLM, and for that, you need to create a new credential. Go to platform.openai.com and create a new API key. It's a straightforward process. It's a single alphanumeric string that you create, and just copy it over here, and it should be fine. Let's now also complete the first pathway. So let's get here and test this step again. And this time again we'll be doing a text input, which is hello, and it should work. And this time I'll be putting it as a set variable, set fields, manual mapping, execute previous nodes. This is my text. I'll name it as text, and let's test this. And yeah, so basically what it did is a variable called text is holding the value whatever is supplied in this message through Telegram trigger. And now when we have both the pathways ready, we want to connect it with our AI agent. And again, we want it to be a tools agent. There are other kind of agents that we can create, a conversational one, a SQL agent, and planning and execution agent, but we want to use different tools. And this should take up, I'll put it at define below, and whenever you want to put any variable, you put in this notation and in the expression mode. So json.text, and we want to connect it this as well. And then the chat model should be OpenAI. You can choose from any other model if you want. I'll be going with GPT-4 Mini. Just put it here. Supply it a memory, which is like window buffer memory is the easiest one. What it really means is how many messages prior in the conversation it should be considering while making every operation. If you remember, in a message I just provided the name of the event, but what was the time, what was the initial time, everything was taken care by the previous messages. That's why we need this window buffer memory. Now is the part where we, let's connect the output first. So Telegram, send a text message, you know, same account that we created right now. Chat ID, we will integrate it later. Let's now create the first tool, that is Google Calendar tool, that is responsible for getting all the events. So over here as well, you need to connect it with your Google Calendar. So I have it already, otherwise you can just create new credential and simply sign it with Google. So it is not as difficult as connecting it with the Google Drive, where you need to have client ID and secret key. But here you can just work with simple signing. Let's close this. Yeah, because we already have this account. And for making the process faster, let me take the prompts from here only. So this is, yeah, searches Google Calendar, get all events. So what are the properties? This is the description. Set manually the description, because this description is used by the AI agent to understand what is the functionality of this tool. So the resources event operation is get many, so it is able to get all the records from the calendar. And yeah, we will select the calendar, which is from this email ID of mine, and we want to limit it to 50 entries. Now this is the important part. What should be the starting and the end time during which the event should be fetched? And this is something that is decided autonomously with the AI agent. So let me show you how it works. If you see, this is the notation of how to get any variable from the AI agent. So when it says from AI, it means from the AI agent. And this is the name of the variable. We can also put the description. So let's come back to this one, and this is the start date and the end date that we'll be putting in the AI agent. So let's just copy it for now, and I'll show you how it is working and making sense in the AI agent part. And of course, make sure that it is in the expression mode, and similarly the end date and time should be this. That's it. Let's come back, and now is the main part where we need to define the system prompt for the AI agent. System message is basically all the instructions that is the basis for your agent to work upon. So of course we want to change it to the expression mode. Let me take the system message from here and walk you through it so we save time. This will be included in the template, so you don't have to worry. You just click the first link in the description below. And by the way, if you think that this is a video that is providing some value to you and making you help learn something in life, then I would please request you to hit the like button and even subscribe this channel to get more such tutorial videos in the future. So let's get back to this description system message. So this is a very nice way of this is called XML. It is like a markup language in which if you are providing any instruction to the AI agent, it is more accurate and spot on. You can see that this is like the agent instructions tag. Within this, I am providing the role. I'm also providing a value as current date, which is like provided with this notation. that is like the timestamp of right now, as you can see here. And then the goal, the primary goal of the agent is to handle user requests for calendar events, for searching, creating, and updating with proper date formatting. That's the main part. In the instructions, I am explaining all these things, and then over here, I am explaining how to use the format and create start date and end date variables. This is the start date variable, and this should be the format of the start date and time, and this is for the end date and time. There are few more instructions that this needs to keep in mind for making these variables accurately. And I guess, yeah, we are good to test the very first, you know, uh, version of this agent where it can get all the events. So let me just click on test workflow. Okay, so let's disconnect this for now. Okay, test this workflow. I'll say, okay, I'll just delete this. So let's test this workflow, and I'll say get me all events for tomorrow. No session ID found. Okay, over here what we need to do is we don't want to put the session ID. We want to define it below what should be the key, and key should basically be the previous messages from the text. Let's say that we want to test it again. Let's say give me all the events for tomorrow, and we saw that it used the Google Calendar ones, and now it is using the LLM, so maybe formulating the response, and we have the response here, but it is not on the Telegram head because we haven't connected it yet. So let me see what is the, yeah, we have the response. Let's just connect the last Telegram node to get a message, send a text message, chat ID, because it needs to know which chat ID it should be replying to. So this is the chat ID. See the ID in the chat, and the text should be the output from the AI agent. That's it. So let's test the workflow. Get me all the events for tomorrow again. And it used the calendar, it is using the LLM. The AI agent is formulating the response and giving it again back to us. Now, what is left with this demo is that we want to connect two more tools, creating an event and updating the event. The updating one is a little bit tricky. So let's first change the names. So if we take this, search is Google Calendar. And then we have it again. Or can we copy paste it? Can we paste it again? Yes. And remember that this is just one example where we are connecting only 3 tools. You can connect as many tools as you want. Create new event. Let's do this one first. From date and end date will be same. All the rest of the properties will be same. So let's start with the description. Or let's rename this first. Create new event. Already set, just that we have to change it to create. Okay, it's gone. We have to do it again. No worries, it's just copy paste expression. Don't forget to put it in the expression mode, because otherwise it will treat it as a constant text, which is not desired. Okay, Also, apart from these start and end timing, we also need to put a title which is part of the summary. So we can add a field which is, let's say, summary. And yeah, remember the notation expression again. From AI, the event name should be the name of the event being created, and it's, yeah, taken from the AI agent. So do you want to test this again before moving ahead? Let's do that. Create an event for tomorrow 8 p.m. for 15 minutes as the name testing. Cool. And let's get to the calendar. Here it is, 8 p.m. 15 minutes testing. Okay, where is my workflow again? Yeah. Now what we need to do is updating the events. Updates Google Calendar events. Get many. No, this is the update one. We need the event ID this time. Cool. So event ID is something that is taken care by the AI agent again. Don't forget the expression mode. And then we have to select what are the fields that we wanted to be able to update. So let's say we want to update the end time. You can extend these and create as many possibilities that you wanted to update. I'm just going with three of the main ones. It was the end time. Now we're doing the start time. One more, which is like the summary. The expression mode. Cool. And let's test it once again. And how cool we will be doing it? Make this one last for 1 hour instead of 15 minutes. Let's get back to the calendar. The testing event should extend to 1 hour. So it is updated. So that's all. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. You can create as many tools as you want and update the instructions of your AI agent accordingly. Explain how to make the variables and use from AI parameter inside the tool to use that dynamically generated variable to operate that tool. That's it. And this is how you can create any kind of agent on n8n. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Mohit Mrinal. I build AI agent ecosystems for SMBs to help them enhance their sales cycle, be it lead qualification, lead generation, filtering, lead nurturing, creating the follow-ups, and even during the meeting having the AI assistants to, take the summary and create proposal drafts. And if you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel for more such AI tutorial videos in the future. And if you haven't already, you can also check out my LinkedIn profile where I post AI insights on a daily basis. So thanks for watching and see you on the next one.